For centuries, we've been told a lie about intelligence, that it's a fixed trait, something you're either born with or not. We sat through years of schooling, memorizing facts, only to graduate feeling no smarter than when we started. We admire geniuses like Einstein or Leonardo da Vinci, believing their brilliance was innate, an unreachable gift. But what if I told you that the secret to becoming truly intelligent, to unlocking your inner genius, isn't about genetics or rote learning? It's about cultivating a few simple yet incredibly powerful habits. Our first habit is perhaps the most obvious, but also the most commonly misunderstood: reading. I'm not talking about mindlessly scrolling through social media or skimming clickbait articles. I'm talking about deep, intentional, and strategic reading. When you immerse yourself in fiction, you're not just escaping, you're building empathy, understanding complex human motivations, and expanding your vocabulary in context. Nonfiction, on the other hand, directly feeds your mental models, providing facts, frameworks, and diverse perspectives. The real key? Active engagement. Don't just read words, read to understand, to challenge the author's point of view, and to connect new information with what you already know. Highlight, take notes, and summarize chapters in your own words. Make it a daily ritual. Even just 20 minutes can transform your mind. This habit is a true game changer, famously championed by Nobel laureate Richard Feynman. Teach what you learn. When you prepare to explain a concept to someone else, whether it's a friend, a child, or even just an imaginary audience, your brain is forced to clarify every detail. You have to simplify jargon, identify any gaps in your own understanding, and structure the information logically. If you can't explain it simply, you don't truly understand it yourself. The act of teaching solidifies the knowledge in your long-term memory. And remember, teach with humility and a genuine desire to empower others, not to show off. Find a study buddy, volunteer to tutor, or simply talk out loud to yourself as if you're explaining it. Knowledge that sits dormant is merely information, not intelligence. Your brain assigns importance to information when you actively use it. Learning to code? You must write code. Studying a new language? You must speak it, even if imperfectly. Watching a cooking tutorial is one thing. Actually preparing the meal is another. Practical application doesn't just reinforce what you've learned, it transforms theoretical understanding into usable skill. It strengthens neural pathways and deepens your intuition. Don't just consume passively. Actively do something with the knowledge. Experiment, build, create. That's where true mastery lies. What if you can't always physically practice? This is where the incredible power of visualization comes in. Your brain, in many ways, struggles to differentiate between a vividly imagined experience and a real one. Athletes mentally rehearse perfect plays, musicians mentally perform complex pieces, and surgeons mentally walk through intricate procedures. When you visualize, you're essentially performing a mental rehearsal. This strengthens the neural connections, builds confidence, and primes your brain for success when you finally engage in the real activity. Spend a few minutes each day, eyes closed, vividly imagining yourself successfully executing a skill or problem solving. Feel the emotions, see the details. In our age of quick videos and endless snippets, don't underestimate the profound value of a well-structured textbook. Textbooks are meticulously designed for deep, progressive learning. They provide a coherent narrative, free from the distractions of ads or tangential content. Crucially, they usually include practice questions, exercises, and problem sets. These aren't just tests, they're active learning tools that force your brain to recall, synthesize, and apply information, transforming passive reading into active understanding. A textbook guides you through a subject from foundational concepts to advanced intricacies, building a robust mental framework. In today's hyper-connected world, true deep work is a superpower. Deep work is the ability to focus without distraction on a cognitively demanding task. It's what creates new value, improves skill, and is hard to replicate. Every email notification, every social media alert, every quick check on your phone breaks your concentration and forces your brain to re-engage, costing you valuable mental energy. Schedule dedicated blocks of time where you completely unplug. Put your phone away, close unnecessary tabs, and immerse yourself fully in one task. The quality of your output and the speed of your learning will skyrocket. Simply practicing isn't enough. You need deliberate practice. This isn't just mindlessly repeating a task. Deliberate practice involves identifying your specific weaknesses, focusing intensely on improving those weaknesses, seeking immediate feedback on your performance, and then adjusting your approach. It's often uncomfortable because you're constantly pushing yourself beyond your current capabilities. Think of a musician endlessly repeating a difficult passage, or a chess player analyzing their losses to understand specific errors. This focused, intentional effort is what truly drives mastery and makes you smarter, faster. You might think you're learning while you're awake, but a huge amount of critical brain work happens while you're asleep. Sleep isn't just rest. It's when your brain consolidates memories, prunes unnecessary information, and strengthens neural connections formed during the day. Deprive yourself of sleep, and your ability to learn, focus, and solve problems plummet. Aim for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Make your bedroom a sanctuary, avoid screens before bed, and stick to a consistent sleep schedule. Prioritize sleep, and you'll find yourself not just more rested, but demonstrably smarter. Ever tried to learn everything about one topic, then move to the next? It feels efficient, but it's not optimal. Instead, try interleaving. Mix different types of problems or topics in your study sessions. For example, instead of practicing only algebra for an hour, do 20 minutes of algebra, 20 minutes of geometry, and 20 minutes of calculus. This forces your brain to constantly retrieve different concepts and strengthens your ability to differentiate between problem types. Combine this with spaced repetition. Review material at increasing intervals over time. Don't cram everything the night before. Instead, revisit concepts a day later, then 3 days, then a week, and so on. This hacks your memory and makes knowledge stick. The final and perhaps crucial habit is to cultivate a beginner's mindset. True intelligence isn't about knowing everything. It's about the continuous desire to learn, unlearn, and relearn. It's about humility, curiosity, and the willingness to admit you don't know something. Approach every new piece of information with fresh eyes of a novice. Don't let your existing knowledge create blind spots. Question assumptions, challenge established norms, and always be open to new perspectives. This constant state of curiosity and learning is the hallmark of truly intelligent individuals. So, there you have it. 10 powerful habits that can fundamentally upgrade your brain and transform your intelligence. It's not magic, it's method. Start today. Pick just one habit and commit to practicing it consistently. Your journey to becoming the smartest version of yourself begins now. Which habit will you start with? Let us know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more simple, clean insights.